90 days is all it takes to completely change your life. Around 1 year ago, I was just starting out writing my first book. And just to break it down for you, 2 years ago, I was completely lost. I was smoking daily, drinking daily, going out every weekend, chasing women, chasing dopamine. I couldn't go one day without needing some sort of substance to just calm myself down. And during a 2-year process, I have completely changed my life. But the change didn't happen in 2 years. It only happened in 90 days. And in today's video, I'm gonna break down the exact process, step by step, how I completely changed my life and how I have helped other people change their life in under 120 days. Now, the first thing that people try to do is they just try to change. They try to stop an addiction, they try to go to the gym, and they always somehow fall back to where they started. And that's because they try to change without knowing how to change. Let me explain. If you don't know how to swim and you jump into the water, what do you think is gonna happen? You're gonna drown. So if you try to stop an addiction, but you don't really know how to stop an addiction, what's gonna happen then? You're just gonna fall back to where you started. If you try to go to the gym, but you never really had a consistent time in the gym, and you think about, okay, this time I'm gonna nail it. This time I'm gonna go to the gym and everything's gonna be fine. It's not gonna happen because you're gonna go for 2 weeks and then you get sick or something happens, you go abroad and you come back and now you need to start from zero again. And that's because you are trying to change something with something external, and you cannot change something external with something external. What you have to do is first change the person you are, because we are limited by our box that we have created. So if you try to change, try to go to the gym, but your box is limiting you to do that, you will always fall back to the person you are. So the first thing that I did, and the first thing that I do when people start working with me, is not put them on beneficial habits, not put them on chasing their goals. We first change who they are in a 30-day period. And the first step is, knowing who you want to be. A lot of people, jump on this self-improvement journey. A lot of people try to change, but they always fall back, because if you're a ship sailing in the big blue sea with no direction, you're going to sink. A ship without an end destination is destined to sink. So if you don't know where you want to go, you're going to fall back. So the first step is, mapping out who you want to be in 90 days, in 1 year. How do you want to look like physically? How do you want to carry yourself? What is it that you want to be doing? If you're a college student and you say in 1 year I want to make money online, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Everyone says that, but it's fucking simple. It's literally just changing who you are as a person. Now let me talk about the money cash. I'm not a fucking guru, but what I'm here to tell you is that we helped Bamba scale his business from 4 figures a month up to 5 figures. And by the end of this year, he's aiming to do 7 figures only by changing his identity, only by changing the box he was limited by. The truth of the answer is that you already know what you have to do. You already know what you have to do in order to get bigger in the gym. You have to eat cleaner, eat more protein, go to the gym more often, take care of recovery, but something lacks, and that's you. The same thing with making cash online. Like, to be honest, you already know that you have to take a period where you learn everything. You have to take a period where you fully break down the things. You have to take a period where you're only taking L's. You have to take a period where you're not getting any results. And then eventually, everything snaps. And that's exactly what's gonna happen with you and your journey. In the beginning, there's gonna be so many L's. But all those L's are indications that you're moving in the right way. Because if it would be easy, everyone would be doing it. So if you're doing something that is hard, and people around you are quitting, but you are not, that just shows that you are capable of doing much more than just working a 9 to 5 or, getting a bitch that's fucking ugly. Like, let's go up here. I don't preach women, right? I think women are a distraction. I think that they're a waste of time. But I'm just gonna say it like this. 3 days ago, I was on a fucking date. Do you believe that? Lewis Crawford on a date. I went and watched the Michael Jackson movies. I thought it was okay. I heard it was good, but it was all right. But the point of the matter is, like, women will come and women will go. But if you focus on yourself, you will find a bitch in the future. So if you started this journey, this self-improvement journey, or you clicked on this video because you want to improve yourself to maybe get a girl back. I got maybe like 10 DMs last week saying, oh, I want to get physically better. I want to start making cash online because I want to get my ex back. And that's like, if you're doing this for someone else, you're going to fail, because no one's going to see you when you're having that hard time, when you're taking those L's. People are only going to see you when you win. People are only going to see you when you succeed. That's the only time when they'll come and say like, hey, I need help with this. When you're in this shit, when you don't have no money, people won't ask you for anything. The point of this story with this bitch and everything, even if it's a little bit tricky, right, is that, put focus on yourself, because that's when everything changes. Because that's what changed with me. This house is fucking beautiful, to be honest. Your environment dictates of who you are. So if your environment is full of, smokers, people who go out every weekend, people who chase women, like, you will eventually be doing the same thing. Like, if you hang around the gym, you will eventually start working out. If you hang around the library, you will eventually start reading. So if you hang around the bar, you will eventually start drinking. So it's like, if you don't have anyone who's on your journey, then you'll need to do it on yourself. You will need to take a period of time where you don't meet any people. You need to take a period of time where, you just focus on yourself every day, grinding, taking the risk of not succeeding just for that 1% success. And I want this to be kind of like a milestone for you guys at home. For the whole last year, I went ghost. I didn't go out. I barely met my friends. I didn't really talk to my family. But yeah, now, 1 year later, I bought my best, not like in a gay way, but I bought my best friend, I flew out my best friend to Italy to celebrate his 19th birthday, right? But the point is, my sick ass wouldn't be able to do that if I wouldn't have done dumb shit like just fully focusing on myself, okay? And I don't really know if this video is gonna be an educational video or a motivational video, but I'm just trying to show you people what you are able to achieve if you just put 90 days of your life on yourself. 90 days to build your physique, 90 days to build your mind, and 90 days to build your income, because you can completely change your life.